We will thrive.
The wisest person that I ever met was a housekeeper. The housekeeper is no longer here to tell the story. The housekeeper was my mother/grandma. She always found the courage during complete evil times to laugh so we didn't cry. My stepfather was in the military. He would come home drunk. And when we hear those steps coming on the hallway, we know that terror was about to begin, that we were about to be beaten and abused and dealing with a drunken person. And then many times, I remember if it was this day, when we used to push the furniture behind the door so he wouldn't come in. And I was just a little kid right there with that 5-foot lady to prevent evil from coming into the room. Sometimes we were not successful about it. But I remember, as if it was yesterday, being below the hammock, crying with her. And then she would say, "Son, é melhor sorrir do que chorar. It's better to laugh instead of crying." That 5-foot housekeeper has more wisdom than any other person that I ever met throughout my lifetime and my travelings around the world to fulfill one of my missions, which is to make poverty history. And I remember, thanks to that lady, a little boy at age 6.5 didn't stab himself at the kitchen because I was tired to see my grandma being abused. I was tired to see my mother being abused. I was tired. My father died in a car explosion. I was only 3 months old. My stepfather was murdered. I had to sell bread at age 7 to help my widow mother. But that little boy endured a lot of stuff, and he got to a point where you already know, when all that you focus on is evil and disgraces, you just want to give up. And I saw myself in that kitchen with a knife, and I was about to stab myself. But God has spoken with me. And you know what he said, ladies and gentlemen? He said, he whispered into my ears, and he said, "Son, your future doesn't have to equal your past unless you carry on the stories with you." Say it again, Brother Carlos. Your future doesn't have to equal your past unless you carry the stories with you. And I dropped that knife. And that day I made a decision that I was going to change my story, that I was going to change my life. Because the moment that we change our story and we change it, it changes our entire destiny. And I remember the housekeeper that used to work cleaning the professor's place where they would hang out. And she would translate the quotes, and she would tell me below, on the floor when I sleep underneath her. And she'd say, "Son, greatness is within you. Keep following your dream. We are already going through hell. It's only one place to keep it going, and that is forward. Let's keep praying, because prayer doesn't need proof. Prayer needs practice, and you just have to take massive action." And I thank that lady and that little boy every single day when I pray next to my daughter and my wife. Because I just had made a decision that day in Brazil 30 years ago that I was going to do something about it. And I started selling bread. And I started learning sales and marketing and strategies and sounds. I heard you guys with the big box. So guess what I would do to get people's attention? When I was selling my bread, I would go downtown before they get on the buses. And I would park my bicycle in there, imagining a 7-year-old chubby little boy on a beat-up bicycle with some bread tied behind the bicycle, and the bicycle making noises like yanky, yanky. And guess what I would do, ladies and gentlemen? I will figure it out. I'm over here and I have to compete against all these people. Today I call the sea of sameness. How can I stand out in a crowd with so many others trying to get my clients' attention? And guess what I did? I started to do something like this. Blowing the whistle and saying, "Bread, bread, I got the best bread now, you eat this bread, ladies and gentlemen, and you're gonna feel amazing. You're gonna feel out freaking standing. You eat this bread. And it doesn't matter if your husband or your boss, don't appreciate you, if they abuse you, if they torture you, if they tormented you. You eat this bread and you're going to have a magical day. And then I would go above and beyond. When they came in and they start eating the bread, and I have all these people surrounding me. And they're like, this little boy's funny, he's crazy. And they will buy my bread. And I will tell them, guys, close your eyes and imagine your favorite character from Disneyland being over here with us right now in this circle of unity. And that character saying to you, and I will go above and beyond to provide an add-on value to my clients eating that bread. And from that day on, my friends on the streets, many of them I saw being murdered. We made a promise to each other. And we said, whoever leaves the hood first, we are going to make a difference. We are going to make an impact. We are going to keep showing up when nobody else does. And then I was the lucky one that left the hood. I worked every single day for 11 years, and I made to America with $800 in my pocket. And when I came to America, I just replicate what I did in Brazil. I kept going on the streets, helping others, training others. I would go to prisons and I would recruit criminals that would leave prison, and I would transform them into civilians. And I would have them go sell stuff door to door, business to business. Eventually, I started landing to the stages. I started helping influencers. I started helping people in politics, people in celebrities, people in athletes, because we all needed that accountability. Don't do it alone. Alone is not fun. Alone, the mind takes us to places that are very dark. And I made a decision to learn and continue learning and never stop learning. So I could every single day walk my talk. And I master sales and marketing, which is your twin tickets to freedom. Because think about it, guys. Think about it right now. If you're not making money, think about it right now. What is on the silent Q&As of your ideal clients? What are they thinking? What are their problems? I want you guys to pinpoint the silent Q&As of your ideal clients. And I want you guys to take one step further. Go back to the last 3 people that hire you to speak on their stage. The last 3 people that bought your book. The last 3 people that bought your course, that joined your mastermind, that joined your programs. And ask them this powerful question. Where in the heart of hearts did you decide financially and emotionally to invest time and money in me? I want you guys to pinpoint it to the millisecond. This is a multi-million-dollar strategy. It's 1 out of 23 that I teach around the world. I speak in masterminds and stages around the world. I speak several languages. And if you started here, you're going to see and you're going to get more copy than you ever gotten before. And you don't have to pay an expensive copywriter. And the question is, where in the heart of hearts did you decide to spend time and money, and you were invested emotionally and financially into my brand? What did I say to the millisecond? Where it was on the subject, on the email, was on the live, was on the video? What did I say on the stage? What did I say on the email sequence? I want you guys to pinpoint it, and I want you guys to collect that data and use that in your message, using that. And to never forget, ladies and gentlemen, that they will say no over and over and over. But when they say no, you're going to say next. When they say no, you're going to say next. When they give you their crap, you're going to keep it going. You're going to remind yourself that the days that break you are the days that make you. You're going to remind yourself that it's only one way, and that is forward. You're going to remind yourself that it doesn't matter how hard it is or how hard it will get, that you are going to keep it going. And the last message from that lady, my mom, the housekeeper, before she died was, son, keep treating everybody like you treat your grandma. And make sure that you ask yourself, did you add value to at least one person today and made them smile? My name is Carlos Siqueira. They know me as Carlos Inspire. Keep showing up to blow up. Thank you.